Hi there, lovely souls. It's me again, Delightful Soul, and welcome to my channel, Delightful by Design. Get ready for my take on all things hot, from trending topics to reality TV shenanigans. Your presence here with me warms my heart, so hit that subscribe button if you want more of my delightful content. Let's dive in and make some magic together. So let's talk about this story, huh? Why does Wendy Williams require both a manager and a publicist in her condition that Lifetime presents? Fans were outraged at Will and Shawn as they watched the Lifetime series Where is Wendy Williams? One fan wrote on X, Shawn Zanotti, Wendy's publicist, and Will Selby, her manager, seem to be shameless opportunists whose sole interest is to parade Wendy around, fill her head with fantasy, and exploit her, all for the sake of making a buck. What a set of leeches! Unscrupulous. Fans were particularly appalled by one scene that showed Wendy becoming irrationally upset over buying e-cigarettes. Fans on Instagram expressed their concern for Wendy and bashed Lifetime for including the manic episode in the final cut. How are you not concerned about her health? That scene was full-blown manic episode, one ranted, added, who are these people around her? They're pissing me off. Another user on X slammed her former manager, writing, of course, Will Selby let Wendy do an interview when she clearly wasn't in her right state of mind to be doing interviews or be on camera, anything for money. Right, Will? Wendy Williams, ex-publicist Shawn Zanotti, knew about the sick host's dementia diagnosis before filming the Lifetime docuseries. Shawn had conversations on August 4th, 2022 and September 30, 2022, in which she was told about Wendy's condition during a discussion about the star's apparent memory issues at that time. In the conversation, Shawn expressed her dismay at her client's lapse in memory during her interaction with the star. Despite her knowledge about the star's cognitive decline during those conversations about Wendy's forgetfulness, Shawn told Lifetime producers that she didn't think her client did drinking or forgetfulness was a cause for concern. Listen to this video, what she's talking about now.
Yes, no. Now, one of those people featured in the docuseries is speaking out exclusively to NBC News and slamming the producers behind the project.
I felt that she was being exploited.
Shawn Zanotti began working with Wendy as her publicist in 2021.
Wendy would be mortified. There's no way you can convince me that she would be okay with looking and seeing herself in that way.
Just one day.
But Shawn, you took Wendy to California when Wendy clearly wasn't in any position to negotiate work. Or did I miss something? Who told you to do that? No one can rely on Wendy until her health issues are properly addressed and controllable. I think the scenes shown by Lifetime were deliberate and not accidental, aiming to bolster a particular argument. From the scenes I observed, it appeared that Wendy was often portrayed as being intoxicated. Another concern arose when Wendy's medical conditions were disclosed to the public. While fans were informed about Wendy's struggles, it appeared that Lifetime and the producers focused solely on portraying Wendy's challenges rather than her journey toward recovery. I think all involved should have waited until after Wendy was seeming to get better. And then I consider the idea of having her family to look after her or supervising someone who could take care of her. What Wendy requires is a caregiver, not a manager or a publicist at this point. However, it appears that her family is involved in the documentary rather than objecting to it, even though Wendy is in need of recovery. On top of that, another disturbing article surfaced around the judge in Wendy's case, alleging that awarding guardianship to lawyers who make donations to her campaign. The Manhattan judge, Lisa Sokoloff, received $5,720 in campaign donations from 2019 to 2022 from 20 guardianship lawyers, law firms, or people who deal in guardianship cases, and awarded those same people or law firms 62 appointments in 2022. Well, when faces numerous challenges to overcome, Wendy does before she goes back to work because she has an experience. Certainly, the fans rather listen to a healthy Wendy. In the clip, Steve Wilkos brought down his thoughts on the revealing documentary.
So yesterday I'm flipping
Let's
channels
take a listen.
and I stumbled across the Lifetime show about Where is Wendy Williams? And first of all, let me say I'm a huge Wendy Williams fan. I love Wendy Williams. I was on her show numerous times. Wendy treated me great. Our shows basically started at the same time. I was a big fan of her show, so I'm all in Wendy Williams' corner. But when I watched last night on that show, it disturbs me because I doesn't think it does any good for Wendy. Doesn't make her look good. She obviously has big time struggles, medical conditions, and addiction. And what they're showing is somebody is not protecting her. It doesn't put her in a good light. I don't see how this serves any purpose at all. She should, one, her manager talking about, is she ready to do a podcast? She's ready. She's been doing this for 20 years. She's no position to do anything, interviewing. She should not be interviewing anybody. So before you start talking about putting her back out in the public, you should be getting her help, making sure she recovers fully, and that she's able to do it. Because I got to tell you, I was disturbed and I'm saddened by, I feel people.
We must also remember that Wendy is one of the producers on this docuseries. And I know that doesn't mean that she had any input, but this documentary, in my opinion, was a mistake for all that was involved. That's why I didn't understand the angle or her angle as to how she was being filmed.